Hey, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Quarbit, and I will be your host today for Europa Universalis 4, as we head into episode 36 of our Prussia to Germany Let's Play for an early Reich achievement. Our last episode, I believe, was the one we went ahead and took very large portions of Denmark here. And I think we're going to finish scoring those, of course, today, and moving on with a little bit of, well, maybe expansion, maybe just more of these. We have to take these, of course, these little techs here. But expansion, I believe, is not quite off the table yet. We still have a couple of things we can do, honestly. I mean, we have a lot of things we can do. But I'd like to focus more on pushing towards actually forming Germany. We have the correct tech now, well, we've had for a little while. But, I mean, we should really start using that, putting it to good use, something like that. And, well, that requires a few little nations here, a few cores. In total, we require 6. We now have a actual border with Frankfurt and no longer any sort of coalition. They are, however, in a trade league, which is kind of similar in structure. They're also a part of a, well, they're a free city, not part of a free city. They are a free city. So to do that, I'd have to attack one of their allies, either Trier or Cleves. Trier happens to be right here, and they're not a free city. They can't be, but we have a truce with them. Then Cleves, over here, we probably have a truce with, yeah. Because we have truces with a large portion of the HRE here. We can actually check the map of people we have little truces with. So anyone in red, of course, we have a truce with. So Cleves, Provence, Spain, all these little areas over here. We don't have a truce with Poland, though, which makes them an easy little expansion target. And Cologne, over here, we also don't have a truce with. So I think today is when we'd like to, I don't know, try and figure something out to make sure we can invade sort of whoever we need to. As it seems, Trier and Cleves are no longer on the menu, so Frankfurt seems off the menu itself because Austria, is over here. Although we do need the one province of Augsburg over here. So, we have some decisions to make. Well, I mean, it seems Memmington. Oh, no, we have a truce with them. Mainz, we have a truce with. Very few nations we don't have a truce with. Which makes it kind of difficult. Well, I guess it's time for Poland to finally die then, because we don't have very many other opportunities to expand. So, while unfortunate, it looks like Poland actually has to go this time. Well, it'd be the second time that Poland's dying, I guess. Not quite the first. I mean, other than that, our only other expansion opportunities would be... Actually, who would they be? We don't have very many nations who we don't have truces with for the meantime. Which, kind of annoying. We might push into Crimea. Theodora over here. I mean, I would like to push as hard as I can into Central Europe. But that's going to be a little difficult. It's also going to require a bit more absolutism. And a little less of a really bad opinion of me from the rest of Europe. Just a little bit. Not by much. Just a little. So I'm sorry, Poland. They did predict that I'd be coming over here, but... Unfortunately, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Actually, no, I have a better idea. None of your unrest things will probably end up causing issues. So you can actually come down here. This guy's gonna come over here to deal with, Moravia, because we might as well annex them too. We might as well. I don't think anyone else in the HRE can really, try and battle us for dominance in Europe. Well, actually, no one in Europe can, but... I think it doesn't matter who we annex without a war goal anymore. We can pretty much just fight whoever we want, and take whatever we like. So that would involve, let's, obviously, fight Poland. Turn down the rather loud music. And, head over to Poland, just to deal with them real quick. Let's also put on trade, because we don't actually need to have war on. Oh, you fools, Poland. You absolute fools. There they go. There we go. You guys can siege really, really fast, so get that done and move along. should have one more nation we're at war with. That is actually Aachen, which we can full annex. In fact, we do really, really well to full annex them today, because if we don't, then Spain's going to try and do a little bit of something in there, which I don't want to happen. So I guess you, who's not really doing much. Did I have a plan to declare war on you? I don't think I did. Or how about you? No, I don't think I had plans to declare on anyone else. If I did, I wouldn't really remember it. I mean, let's be real here. Probably not. But, I mean, if I did have a plan, it's nothing I couldn't have figured out in the first 5 minutes of today's video. Wait, am I converting this properly? Am I doing the right... No, I'm not doing the right order of conversion. I feel kind of dumb. I converted a slow province that's not worth very much. That's a little bit of a yikes there, but okay. Making tons of money. Mission fulfilled this time. We could go with this one. Imperial Conquest, here's a Separatism, -5. I feel like that'd be something much, much more useful down the line. When we have full... It's not called imperialism, of course, it's called full absolutism. So with full absolutism, we can take the most number of provinces by sheer quantity. And that means we'll have the most effect of our imperial conquest on that. Also, it's potentially a thing that we could do. We could kind of get our harsh treatment cost if we wanted to, and then we could start crushing a lot of areas. I don't know how much that's worth it, but I don't know. Apparently I haven't even done trustworthy allies. Despite my many allies, many of them just don't like me. Austria just doesn't really like me. That's fair, actually. That's kind of fair. Who else might end up liking me if I do enough stuff? Maybe Portugal. Maybe Savoy. Although I wouldn't go so far with Savoy. Portugal? No. Not really. That's kind of awkward. Because if I don't go through trustworthy allies, I can't acquire subjects. Which I'm going to need for when I integrate France in maybe, like, 20 years or something. I don't know. Eventually I'll integrate France. No one knows when. I don't even know when. But one day it'll happen. Because eventually I'll want that land. But for now, France just has so much good stuff. They just have, like, a massive navy. Pretty much my own navy size they can have by themselves. And they can just have a whole bunch of men. So they're still worth more than pretty much anything else currently. Let me remove... Oh, I have a... Hold on. Yeah, I was creating a claim on you. Right, yeah, because I actually am going to fight you. But apparently not for a while. I don't know. I do need this land eventually, so I might as well get the claim, I guess. Let me pull this guy back. So Aachen, unfortunately, we will be taking all of this. Sorry, guys. Yeah, people are upset, but too bad. Thank you very much for your generous offer of land. Move on for 2 days, and then we have Moravia. Same thing, thank you very much for your land. No, okay, that's just the money. There we go. Thank you, Moravia, for your free land. Which is going to cost us a lot of money, actually. Or a lot of points, not money, per se, but a lot of points for this stuff. So this conquest has actually cost me quite a little bit. But it's alright, because, all we have to worry about is the next tech, and the next tech comes kind of relatively soon. But we still have 540 points, making it okay. Yeah, I'm sure we'll be fine. Alright, it's April. Muscovy's no longer a valid rival, meaning we get a bunch of free points, I think. Yes, we have, and apparently I didn't even embargo them, meaning I'm dumb. Kinda sucks. Anyway. The Ottomans don't like us. Well, there you go, Ottomans. I don't like you either, because you're kind of encroaching on my claimed land over here. Let's also embargo you for the fun of it. Then we have Britain. We've already embargoed, and Spain, I think. Yeah, we've already embargoed. Okay, cool. So we're doing pretty solid. Wait a few months and we'll be able to take the next tech, although military looks like it might cap soon. So if military caps, I think I'm going to just grab one more of these. He's a 5533 who doesn't really compare to most of these other generals. Yeah, not quite. So he can just stay out of the equation. We also have tons and tons of money. I think we built a couple regimental camps, didn't we? At least I think so. How much did that help? Quite a bit, actually. That is a massive, substantial number. Okay. Well, let me get more regimental camps even. They're going to help us out a little bit. Not necessarily too much, but a certain good little degree there. Next, we need 2 more military techs until we can grab the next version of the regimental camp, the conscription center. And that'll be a nice little upgrade. I would very much like to get the potential for a large army. Usually that's done by nations who already have their quantity ideas, which will be my next idea group. At least I think so. I'm pretty sure that was the goal. So economic, just to feed the vast number of troops I'm going to have. Do I want a level 3 here? Doesn't seem so useful. I'm gonna get significantly less money out of this. A lot fewer ducats. But I think the fact that he's half cost is still worth something. So I might as well. At least I can spam out mercantilism with the Diplo we get out of there. So not everything's lost, really. Anything else that'd be nice to build? No, not entirely. Maybe that. Maybe that'd be okay. One more conversion. Let's move on to the next one. Thank you very much. That is our... Ooh, we can't get these ones yet because we're coring them, of course. Alright, well, I think that was a good little bout of expansion here. Of course, Spain hates us, Great Britain hates us, but that's kind of okay, because there's no possibility for a coalition. Everyone's too preoccupied with the truce they have with me. So, as long as I can balance Great Britain to be somewhere around the 50 area, while everyone else has a truce, we can have this in a good balance. Let me go into political. I think we'll... no, not check that. Diplomatic, of course, would make more sense. So truces. We have with Brittany... Well, actually, I'm not going to name them all, of course. But these truces are going to end in about 8 years. Okay, so I roughly get 8 years to expand as much as I want before I have to prepare for another potential coalition war. And expand as much as I want is maybe not the right term to use here. I have restricted expansion, but as much of that as I can handle, really. In short, that means maybe fighting Crimea, Ryazan, Ottomans. Kind of a little expansion down here, since I can't expand much into Germany. A little bit unfortunate, but oh well. Do I have a 4th army? I do have a 4th army, and you're kind of necessary, but not entirely. Okay, that's through all of these little, all of these missionary things here. Little conversions that are going on. Yeah, I suppose the Danes don't really like me converting their religion. Nor does anyone else, but I do it anyway, because I have to. Regimental camps, very nice. Ooh, we can even become Defender of the Faith. That is quite nice, actually. I'd prefer to be the only reformed nation before that happens, though. Obviously, France is my PU. I have no problems with that. But Cleves is reformed. Friesland, Münster, Gelre. Pfalz is kind of in between. I don't really know. Switzerland, Memmingen. All those reformed nations, I'm not really willing to defend them in any sort of war. And they're surrounded by Protestant and, well, apparently Catholic, but mostly Protestant nations. Meaning, I'm a little bit afraid of becoming Defender of the Faith. I don't want to be drawn into anything. I don't want to fight. But sure, once we've taken out all of the other reformed nations, pretty much in the whole game, you know, aside from Naples, because they're my ally anyway, then yeah, I'd be willing to take that. That's a free good extra couple things here. We get an extra missionary, yearly prestige, and morale, which is kind of nice. The only downside is the tech cost increase, but I'm pretty sure we get pretty good bonuses anyway. Ideas at least do give you powerful bonuses, so... Anyway, let's choose our next ability. Usually I like that to be harsh treatment or administrative efficiency. I think the next harsh treatment is going to happen... Well, the next time we'll need to use harsh treatment will be in about 9 years. It depends on how much land we take. Let's just start with admin efficiency. Start with being able to take more land. I think would be nice. Let's also take this extra little bit of money. Well, little is a kind of an understatement there, but we can use it for things like, oh sure, one more building there. Regimental camps, maybe? No, they're 0.75, kind of not worth much. Manufactories, oh hell yeah, that one's pretty good. Churches, we'll grab 2. Well, these are churches, those were cathedrals. Workshops, not quite. Okay, that works for me. The rest we can just keep up and save on, I don't know, something. Whatever we want. I'm kind of considering the idea of going to war with the Ottomans again. Or, of course, we could just fight Ryazan. And stagger another truce, but with Muscovy this time. That might be good. Because our current truce with Muscovy lasts another 8 years, but we could make it last longer. Make it so the coalition doesn't end up forming with them. That might be a good idea. I think we'll end up sending, send this army up here. Did we take Moscow yet? No, okay, it's still there. We'll move you over here. You over here. And then you're gonna move, actually, into Berlin and do all the rebel crushing from a central location. So you have a good distance between most other areas. Convert that real quick. So he's gonna crush the rebels. Well, not really crush, just sort of dissuade them. Because they're not that upset, honestly. I don't know why, but they're just not, so I'll keep that. I'll take it. So he'll just be around here. Oh, I think I left one area out here, yeah. Let's go down into Aachen, which I think is Lower Rhineland. Yes, it is. Okay, yeah, so you can do all the rebel crushing. You guys are going to come up over to here. We're going to start getting... I think I'd like to start getting claims on Muscovy, actually. Because something I, really remember, because it was burned into my memory, into my soul, was, hold on, wait, did I have a reason thing going on here? Oh, maybe, hold on. No, I didn't, okay, anyways, moving on. God, yeah, okay, one of the things burned into my soul from my Portugal Let's Play a few months ago, some of you may remember, I think at one point I did a peace deal that cost me around 700 diplomatic power, and that's because I was expanding, like hardcore expanding, before even imperialism was a thing. So I would ride the back of a few claims, have 100 absolutism, and just take half a country. But of course, when you do unjustified demands, which is what, if you don't have a claim and you want to take something, that is referred to as an unjustified demand in a peace deal. That costs, I'm pretty sure, roughly the same development as the province you're taking. That's not very much fun, honestly. So, we're in a weird situation. I would very much like to get a couple of claims on Ryazan and Muscovy before we do anything major. Just so I save the few admin points that I need. I still, of course, do need more admin points to complete this. I don't know why I just keep on expanding. It's like a crippling addiction at this point. I just can't stop expanding. Ooh, wow, I don't want to do either of these things. What's the lesser of two evils here? I was thinking... maybe the top one. Yeah, I really do need my, my admin quite a little bit. So I don't know. We'll see. More cores, beautiful. You know what? You know what, honestly. For the time being, I think we'll bring these guys back. I'm having a slight change of heart here after realizing just how much damage I'm doing to myself by not actually going through this whole thing. Because honestly, I kind of do need to get through it at some point. And either I'm going to go through it now, or I'm going to end up, you know, maybe swapping it for something else. Just so I can actually go through an idea group, because right now I'm not doing anything with any ideas when I could be. I think we can afford to wait a little while at least. Oh. Oh. I would like to know why you do this to me. Why would you do this to me? I would like to understand your reasoning. And what if I said no? This is a weird position to be in. I have the money, I have the men, I kind of, you know, in a way I might as well keep myself occupied to some degree. And if I can weaken the Ottomans' alliance network in any sort of capacity, then sure, I'll take it. In fact, I might as well maybe either liberate some land from Hungary or just outright take it. One of the two. Hungary, who is apparently now Orthodox for some reason. I might as well do something to occupy myself. Kind of weird to say. Yes, let me go to war just to occupy myself real quick. Oh, yes, free loyalty. That would be fantastic. Even though our... Oh, but that's a really good diplomat. That is hard. But we really can't afford... We really can't afford to do that. Kind of does suck. Let's go with Spy Network Guy. Spy Network Guy is going to give us more claims in the places we want. To save us more admin. To try and get a different kind of admin efficiency up. A different kind of innovative, or not... Another kind of admin efficiency. You know, not the one that actually pertains to cores and such, but being efficient with how I take land and stuff like that. So you are somehow already here. You're going into Kiev. I'll stop you. We're gonna go into over there. The Ottomans have a lot of guys, but hopefully my guys are just better trained. They're a little bit slow on this fort here. But we do siege really quickly. So let's see if we can fight them there. What's your maneuver? You're a 4 maneuver, they have a 2 maneuver, so I shouldn't get any... Well, obviously there's no river crossing. The train's still going to hit me, no matter what. I just want to make sure they don't come in and start sieging things that I don't want to happen. Don't want to have happen. Why is Savoy in this war? Is Portugal allied to Savoy? Yepperoni, okay, cool. That's alright with me. Siege of Ackerman is over after, like, a month. That's kind of nice. Speaking of a month... Oh, wow, you guys have a lot of dudes there. Yes you do. Can I take this fort? Yes, beautiful. You're already locked in, so you're dead. You're gone. There's no winning for you. Unless there might be. Hold on. They don't seem to care. Oh, that's why they don't seem to care. That is reasonable. Highlands owned by me. Oh, but it's a fort and you're locked in. Oh, you fools. Or maybe I'm the fool. It depends on how this battle goes. Because this guy's locked in, but he's in the Highlands. He's on the Highlands, but it's my fort. It's my fort, though. Crossing in the terrain, so you're getting the -2. Oh, baby. Oh, baby, that is beautiful. But they might reinforce anyway. Yeah, okay, I definitely can't win this. There is pretty much no way. Well, is it worth giving it a shot, though? Might it be worth the shot? They're losing 4 times the men. Maybe. Our morale takes more damage, but yeah, no, we're fine. We also get siege ability on this dude? Oh, okay. Why would you make me more broken than I already am? Why would you do this? Okay, so this siege is done instantly. Let's take Constantinople, just casually. We'll bring you... I guess we'll go here. The cannon should be unharmed, beautiful. Meaning they can do a successful quick siege of over here. Don't you have siege ability increase? Yeah, siege ability. Plus 15%. So, does that just add to my Prussian siege ability? No, it doesn't. Okay, so what's the problem here? The siege ability of... Oh, that's weird. Does that actually... Is that a bug? Does that not actually work? Because it's only minus 48.3%. Maybe the math is in there, but it doesn't actually show up. I find that... actually, that might be the case. I find it unlikely, but it actually looks like it might be the case. Because they have a total of 50 plus 75. Okay, it is the case. It just doesn't show up there. Okay, that's weird. That's really weird, but okay.